Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so first of all, I welcome all of you in this lecture. So, good morning to everyone.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning.
Okay, so let me present my screen to you. Yes, please let me know. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, in my previous lecture, we have already seen what is called as Cauchy sequence, and we have seen some examples based on Cauchy sequence. See, we have seen one specific example in which we have shown that example using the definition of a Cauchy sequence. Okay? And I leave three examples for your homework. Have you completed that? Yes. Have you gone through that?
Yes, sir.
So, do you have any problem in those questions?
No, sir.
Okay. So, let me begin with the next topic then. Let's see what it is. What is happening? Wait a minute. Okay, yes. Please let me know. Can you able to see this PDF?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in my previous lecture we have seen this specific example where what is an? An is nothing but 1 by n. And we have shown that this sequence is nothing but a Cauchy sequence using the definition of Cauchy sequence. And I leave this three for your homework. So let's move on the next one then. Okay, now here is our next example, which is nothing but example number 28. Okay, so in this example, we are having two Cauchy sequences. Let xn and yn be two Cauchy sequences in R. And I am making another sequence which is nothing but an using these two Cauchy sequences. Okay, such that an is equals to mod of xn minus yn for all n belongs to natural number. Then our aim is to show this is also Cauchy sequence in R. Observe what we have did. We have arbitrarily chosen any two Cauchy sequences in R. We make a sequence an using xn and yn such that an is nothing but mod of xn minus yn, and this is true for all n. Then our aim is to show this new sequence an is also Cauchy sequence. Is the statement clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. Now the solution. Now we know that xn and yn are Cauchy sequences. So let us use the definition of Cauchy sequence. So let epsilon bigger than 0 be any real number, and xn is a Cauchy sequence. So if it is a Cauchy sequence, so now we are going to use the definition of Cauchy sequence. So there exists n1 belongs to natural numbers such that mod of xn minus xm is strictly less than epsilon by 2 for all n comma m bigger than or is equals to 1, bigger than or is equals to n1. See now why we have chosen this n1, what is the reason? Yes? What is the reason? And you can see here we have choose N2. See, in general, in the definition, we choose N naught, right? But here we have chosen N1 and N2. Why it is so? The reason is we are having two Cauchy sequences, okay, xn and yn, and after that my aim is to combine these two statement in a single statement. For that we required n naught. That's why we have chosen n1 for xn and n2 for yn. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so xn is a Cauchy sequence, hence by definition we are having this. Similarly, yn is also a Cauchy sequence. So again, there exists another natural number. Let us call it as n2, such that mod of yn minus ym is strictly less than epsilon by 2 for all n comma m bigger than or is equals to n2. Okay, because we are having two sequences. Now you know that how we are going to combine this two statement in the single statement by choosing n naught to be maximum of n1 comma n2. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so using this n naught, we are having this 2 in the single statement. Okay, now what is our aim? Observe what we need to show.
Sequence AN is a Cauchy sequence.
What it means sequence an is a Cauchy sequence. What we need to show then? If I am saying an is a Cauchy sequence, then what we need to show?
Convergence.
That is,
Mod AN minus AM is less than epsilon for all n comma m greater than or equals to n naught.
okay, so our aim is to show this number, this modulus is strictly less than epsilon for all n comma m bigger than or is equals to n naught. Okay, this we need to show, but we are already having this by choosing n naught to be maximum of n1 comma n2. Okay, now we are going to consider this modulus and we are going to check whether it is less than epsilon or not. Is the idea clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So observe, by taking n naught to be maximum of n1 comma n2, we are having this condition for all n comma m bigger than or is equals to n naught, such that these two sequences holds. Okay, now you consider this modulus, and at the end we need to show this modulus is strictly less than epsilon. Okay, now what is an? Observe in the statement, what is an?
Mod xn minus yn.
So an is mod xn minus yn. What about am?
Mod xm minus ym.
Exactly. So let us plug that in this modulus. Okay, so an is mod of xn minus yn minus am is mod of xm minus ym. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we are using this relation. Okay, this property of modulus. That is, mod of mod a minus mod b is strictly less than or is equals to mod of a minus b. You consider this first modulus as a, not modulus xn minus yn as a and xm minus ym as b. So here you are having a bracket. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you combine xn terms in one bracket and yn terms in another bracket. So we are having xn minus xm in this bracket plus ym minus yn in this bracket. ये clear है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here you need to use what?
Triangle
Which
inequality.
exactly. So here we are using triangle inequality. So we can say this is less than or is equals to mod of xn minus xm plus mod of ym minus yn. Or we can write this second modulus as yn minus ym. Okay, by taking negative sign common. Now what we know about xn? Using this statement, xn minus xm is
Less than epsilon by 2.
less than epsilon by 2. Similarly, mod of yn minus ym is less than epsilon by 2. So we can say this is epsilon by 2 plus epsilon by 2. So their addition gives me epsilon, and this is true for all n comma m bigger than or is equals to n naught. Hence we have shown this modulus is strictly less than epsilon for all n comma m bigger than or is equals to n naught, which means what? Yes. So can I conclude an is a Cauchy sequence then?
Yes, sir.
Using the definition. Okay. Is the example clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's move on the next one. Example number 29. Let an is equals to minus 1 to the power n minus 1 upon under root n and bn is equals to minus 1 to the power n plus 1 upon under root n. Now observe what is the difference between an and bn.
Sir, in an there is minus 1 upon root n, and in bn there it is plus 1 upon root n.
Okay. Now, what can you say about an? Is it convergent? Yes. Is it convergent? See, if this sequence is looking like a strange, then you just try to think on this sequence. This we have already seen. Is it convergent?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
And this is the factor of this sequence. Okay? Or this is the one term of this sequence an. We know that 1 upon root n is convergent. But due to this term, this sequence an is not convergent. Okay, that's the idea. The same thing is going to apply for this one also. Which means what? An is also not
Bn is
convergent. Bn is also not convergent.
yes, sir.
Okay, in fact, you can say something more. This An is not Cauchy. Similarly, Bn is not Cauchy sequence. But if I do their product, then I am getting their product is nothing but the Cauchy sequence. Now what is the product of these two terms, An into Bn? Yes, what is the product?
Sir, minus 1 to the power 2n
Hmm?
minus 1/√n का स्क्वायर, a स्क्वायर माइनस b स्क्वायर का फॉर्मूला लगा देंगे.
1/n आ जाएगा.
यस सर.
सो ये क्या आएगा हमारे पास 1
Sir, 1 raised to n, that is 1 minus 1/n.
ओके -1 raised to 2n, right?
हाँ तो वो
यस
तो
सर.
1 ही आएगा.
Then what about the second term?
1/n.
माइनस 1/n.
-1/n.
Yes.
Okay. What do we know about this term?
It will become 1.
So this gives me 1 minus 1/n, right?
Yes
Yes.
sir.
For all n.
Yes.
What we know about this sequence? As n tending to infinity, where it converges?
So 1.
1.
So this converges to 1. Okay, which means what? This is the convergent sequence. And if it is convergent, then we have seen one result that gives me what?
It will be Cauchy sequence.
This sequence is a Cauchy sequence. Is the proof clear?
Yes
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now you are going to check how you are going to prove these two sequences are not Cauchy. Okay, roughly I already give you an hint. Now your work is to just check whether these two sequences are not Cauchy. Okay, you can see in the book it is already there. So I'm leaving this for your homework. Okay, now see, this is the very important topic in sequences. And the name of this topic is nothing but what are called as subsequences. Please try to understand this subsequence topic very carefully. Okay, because this is a very important topic, and using this topic, you can within a second you can able to conclude whether the specific sequence is convergent or divergent. Okay, within a second. This will help you tackle MCQs. Okay, so please try to understand this topic carefully. Let an be a real sequence and let n1 is strictly less than n2 is strictly less than n3 up to so on up to nk and so on. Be a strictly increasing sequence of natural number, then the sequence a and k. Okay, observe, subsequences are denoted by this symbol a and k. Okay, this k is in the suffix of n. So a and k, then the sequence a and k is equals to a n1 comma a n2 up to a n k and so on, is called a subsequence of the sequence an. Have you understood this concept?
Yes, sir.
Now remember, whenever you are going to write any subsequence for the given sequence, then you need to be very careful about these numbers. Okay? That is, n1 is strictly less than n2 is strictly less than n3. For example, please try to understand it. See, suppose if I give you this sequence, that is an is equals to n. Okay. Now you are going to list the terms of these sequences. Okay. That is a1, a2, a3 up to ak and so on. Okay. So I can write this sequence an in this format, that is a1, a2, a3 up to ak and so on. Now what can I say about a1?
Sir, 1.
A1 is 1. What about a2?
2,
Sir, 2.
A2 is 2. What about a3?
3.
3.
B.
Similarly, ak is k. Okay,
Yes,
and
sir.
so on. Now for writing the subsequence of this sequence an, you need to be very careful about the suffixes. Okay, you need to arrange these suffixes in increasing order in its subsequence. Okay, for example, suppose if I want to write its subsequence, that is a and k. Okay, then if I am writing a2 first as its first component, then I am not going to put a1 after this number a2, because you can see here the suffix of this is strictly less than this number. Is it or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So for writing this subsequence, if I am putting this number a2 first, then I am not going to put this a1 after this number a2. For that, either I can choose a3 or जो भी number इस 2 से बड़ा होगा in the suffix. So here either I can pick a4, then a6 and so on. Okay, now you can see here I have skips odd terms in the suffixes. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is our one subsequence of above sequence an.
सर एक
Similarly,
बार फिर से बता दीजिए.
यहाँ पे आपको इनके सफिक्सेस को चेक करना है. ओके, जैसे ये फर्स्ट टर्म क्या है a1, इसका सफिक्स क्या है
1.
1. सी सफिक्स मीन्स हम जो a के नीचे लिखते हैं, दैट इज नथिंग बट
Yes, sir.
सफिक्स. सो a1 का सफिक्स है 1, a2 का सफिक्स है 2, a3 का सफिक्स है 3. अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर डेफिनेशन वी नीड टू अरेंज दिस इन दिस फॉर्मेट, दैट इज n1 is less than n2 is less than n3 and so on. So here this 1 is nothing but our n1, this 2 is nothing but our n2, this 3 is nothing but our n3. So अगर मैं पहले अगर ये a2 consider करता हूँ in my subsequence as the first term, then हमें पता है कि 1 2 से छोटा है. सो ये जो नंबर a1 होगा वो मैं 2 के बाद मेरे सब सीक्वेंस में पुट नहीं करूंगा बिकॉज ऑफ दिस कंडीशन. If you are going to put that number a1 after this number a2, then we are not going to call it as subsequence. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
For that, let me give you one more example. You consider another subsequence of the same. I'm going to call it as b and k, in which now I am putting a3 first. Okay, so अब आप a1 और a2 में से कोई भी नंबर a3 के बाद पुट नहीं करोगे in this subsequence. Okay, because we need to satisfy this condition. तो a3 के बाद आप a4, a5, a6 and so on ऐसे नंबर पुट्स कर सकते हो so that this order is maintained. That is n1 is strictly less than n2 is strictly less than n3 and so on. So this is the second subsequence of our sequence an. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, let me give you an example and you need to identify whether it is a subsequence or not. Yes. Tell me, is it a subsequence?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Why?
After 5, you have written 4 and then 2. That is not possible.
Yes. So because of these two terms, this is not a subsequence for this same sequence an.
Sir,
Now,
if order is not maintained, then
see, we need to maintain the order.
नहीं, जैसे मैंने A1 लिखा, A3 लिखा, उसके बाद A5 की जगह मैंने A4 लिख दिया, तो
चलेगा, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, हमें खाली ये नंबर चेक करना है कि इसका जो प्रीवियस सफिक्स है वो इस नंबर से छोटा रहना चाहिए.
अच्छा ठीक है सर.
Okay, now observe this sequence. Now observe this subsequence and tell me, is it a subsequence?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because the first term is 10, A10, second term is A100, third term is A1000 and so on. So this is also an example of a subsequence. I hope the idea is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let us try to understand some examples. Now observe this sequence an. Okay, it is given that an is equals to minus 1 to the power n. So let us list the terms of this sequences of this sequence. So first term is what? Minus 1. Second term is 1. Third term is minus 1. Fourth term is 1 and so on. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Now give 4 different subsequences of an. So here we need to give 4 different subsequences of this sequence an. Now note that 2 is strictly less than 4, 4 is strictly less than 6, 6 is strictly less than 8. It's strictly increasing sequence of natural numbers. Then we can write one subsequence as a and k, which is nothing but a2, a4, a6, a8 in this fashion. Now observe, each suffix is an even number. So I can write this sequence as a suffix 2n. Is that clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
So what is a 2n then? Can I say it is minus 1 to the power 2n?
Yes, sir.
Yes, here you just need to plug 2n instead of n. So here we are having minus 1 to the power 2n. And what is this answer? Minus 1 to the power 2n?
1.
1.
This is 1. So is our subsequence of this sequence an. Is that clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
But you can see we need to give 4 different subsequences. So this is our first subsequence.
सर ये एक बार फिर से बताओ सर.
इसमें फिर से बताने लायक कुछ है? क्या नहीं समझा आपको?
सर -1 to the power 2n.
ओके, ये समझा ना a2, a4, a6, a8 कैसे आया?
Yes.
ओके, तो अब ये a2, a4, a6, a8 इसमें हर एक सीक्वेंस, हर एक टर्म का सफिक्स चेक करो कैसा है?
Even सब
इवन
two
नंबर. सो इवन नंबर को हम लिखते कैसा है? 2n.
Yes.
सो ये सारे के सारे इवन नंबर है, तो मैं इसी सीक्वेंस को शॉर्ट फॉर्म में कैसे लिखूंगा? a2n.
2n.
ओके, क्योंकि इसे आप फिर से अगर n के जगह पे 1 एक्सपांड करोगे तो आपको फर्स्ट टर्म मिलेगी a2,
Yes.
सेकेंड टर्म मिलेगी a4, थर्ड टर्म मिलेगी a6. तो इसी सीक्वेंस को मैं कॉम्पैक्ट फॉर्म में ऐसे लिखूंगा.
Yes.
ओके, अब an क्या है हमारा?
-1 raised to n.
-1 रेज टू n. हमें क्या चाहिए? a2n. तो n के जगह पे हम 2n लिखेंगे खाली.
हाँ समझा, वहां से।
Okay,
यस सर।
so this is our first subsequence. Now can you guess what is our second subsequence then?
-1.
And how we are going to get that -1?
By putting the odd.
और
By putting odd numbers. So for that we are having first number is a1, second number is 3,
A3.
third number is 5, and so on.
5. Oh,
So using this we are going to construct a subsequence which is nothing but a2n plus 1. Okay, is that clear? Because
yes, sir.
2n is even, which means what? If I add 1 to this even number, then it becomes odd. Okay, now check. See, but here we are starting our suffix by 1. But what happens if I put n is equals to 1 in this 2n plus 1?
It gives 3.
It gives 3. तो ये subsequence जो होगा वो 3 से start होगा. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Means इसकी first term होगी a3. Second term क्या होगी?
A5.
A5.
a5. Third term क्या होगी?
A7.
A7.
a7. So this is our one more subsequence. Okay, लेकिन अगर मुझे इस subsequence का starting मुझे 1 से करना होगा तो क्या लेना पड़ेगा?
n की वैल्यू 0 लेनी पड़ेगी.
But n की वैल्यू 0 नहीं आ सकती because we are taking n from the set of natural number.
Yes,
यस
sir.
So क्या करोगे? Okay, just try to think on it. Okay, कि अगर मुझे इसी subsequence को a1 से अगर करना पड़ेगा और उसमें हमें सारे odd number लेना है. See, we know that 1 is also odd number. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
तो अगर मुझे हमारी subsequence a1 से start करनी होगी तो हम क्या choose करेंगे? In the suffix of a. Okay, so this gives me another subsequence. So let us call it as second subsequence. Okay, similarly a3n gives me the third subsequence. Okay, that is a3, a6, a9, a12 and so on. Similarly an square, this gives me the fourth subsequence, because you can observe the suffix of each a. These are nothing but in the increasing order. Is it
Yes.
clear? So
Yes, sir.
these are our 4 different examples of subsequences of this sequence an. Yes, किसी ने गेस किया? हमें अगर a1 से स्टार्ट करना होगा तो यहाँ पे क्या लेना पड़ेगा इंस्टेड ऑफ 2n plus 1?
1 ले ले सर डायरेक्ट.
सी, अगर हम खाली 1 लेंगे तो हमें सब सीक्वेंस का पैटर्न कैसे मिलेगा? सब जगह पे a1 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 ही आ जाएगा फिर. इज इट? हमें सब सीक्वेंस का एक पैटर्न ढूंढना है जिसमें अगर मैं n की डिफरेंट वैल्यूज पुट करूं तो मुझे ये सारे टर्म्स इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर में मिले.
Sir, 3n.
3n से हमारी फर्स्ट टर्म होगी a3, सेकेंड टर्म होगी a6. सो इससे तो हमें एक न्यू सब सीक्वेंस मिल ही जाएगी. बट माई क्वेश्चन इज डिफरेंट. अगर मुझे एक सब सीक्वेंस क्रिएट करनी है in such a way that whose first term is a1, second term is a3, third term is a5, fourth term is a7 and so on. अगर मैं 2n plus 1 कंसिडर करूं तो इससे हमारी फर्स्ट टर्म आ रही है a3. तो इसमें मैं क्या चेंजेस करूंगा कि मुझे फर्स्ट टर्म a1 मिले बाय कीपिंग n belongs to set of natural number. Can you able to guess? आपको खाली ये ऑब्जर्व करना है n की, इसकी वैल्यू मुझे 1 कब मिलेगी?
सर अगर n 1/2 होगा तो?
ठीक, मैंने बोला n बिलोंग्स टू नेचुरल नंबर, तो n 1/2 तो कभी नहीं ले सकते, और 1/2 भी लिया तो इसकी वैल्यू मुझे a2 मिलेगी। ओके, इसका आंसर क्या आएगा? 1/2 लिया तो 2 2 कैंसिल हो जाएगा, 1 + 1 गिव्स मी 2, फिर भी मुझे 1 नहीं मिल रहा है।
तो इसमें एन के 0 तो ले नहीं सकते हैं, जो कि 1 दे रहा था।
अब चेक करो।
वन
यस सर, अब 1 आ
Yes,
रहा
sir.
है।
सो सिंपल इट इज।
Yes, sir.
सो ये
बट
आपको
दिमाग नहीं
ऑब्जर्व
लगा।
करते आना चाहिए। ओके, दैट इज माय एम। ओके, सो इससे हमें और एक फिफ्थ सीक्वेंस मिल जाएगी, फिफ्थ सब सीक्वेंस। इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So using a single sequence, you can generate infinite number of subsequences. I hope the idea is clear now. What is called a subsequence? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now observe example number 31. Given two different subsequences of the following sequences, each of them converging to different limits. Now, what do we mean by converging to different limits? You can see this subsequence converging to 1. Okay. This subsequence converging to -1. Which means what? These are my two different two examples of subsequences which are converging to different limit. इसी तरीके से आपको इन दोनों सीक्वेंसेस की सब सीक्वेंसेस बनानी है, कम से कम दो, such that both the subsequences converging to different limit. Now tell me the first subsequence for this an, or cos n pi/4. पहले तो चेक करो कि cos n पे अगर आप डिफरेंट डिफरेंट वैल्यूज पुट करोगे तो आपको कौन से वैल्यूज मिलते जाएंगे। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू पुट n इज इक्वल्स टू 1, then
वन
what is
अपॉन
your answer?
1/√2 मिलेगा।
1/√2. What happens if I put n is equals to 2?
देन cos 90 आ जाएगा, तो वो 0।
So first term मिली a2, second term मिली 0, right?
0, यस।
What happens if I put n is equals to 3?
3 pi/4।
Means how much degree? Just multiplied it with 180 by pi. See, my aim is to complete this unit in today's lecture itself. Okay, so ठीक है, आप इसके बारे में सोचो, तब तक आप बुक में से एग्जाम्पल देख के कंस्ट्रक्ट कर सकते हो। ओके, क्योंकि हमारे पास एक्सरसाइज में बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन हैं जिसके ऊपर आप सोच सकते हो, एंड आई डोंट वांट टू वेस्ट माय टाइम इन दिस यूनिट, so because before 24 we need to complete as much as possible. Okay, so this is our given sequence. So if I pick 8n as a suffix, then cos 8n pi/4 gives me cos 2n pi. Is it?
यस।
And what we know about cos 2n pi, or you can say theta, which is
70,
multiple of 2 pi.
yes, then it will always become 0।
Then this gives me 0. Okay, so I can say that this limit converging to 0 as n tending to infinity. Is that clear?
यस सर।
Okay, Now let us pick suffix to be 8n plus 4. Then what can I say? Cos of 8n plus 4 pi upon 4. I can take 4 common from the numerator, so it becomes 2n plus 1 pi. And what we know about cos theta, where theta is odd multiple of pi?
It gives -1.
This gives me -1. Okay, so I can say that this subsequence converging to -1 as n tending to infinity. Is that clear?
Yes, clear.
Yes, sir.
Now always remember, ये जो यहाँ पे suffix आप pick कर रहे हो, that is 8n plus 4, ये आपको इसे देखकर सोचना है कि आप इसकी वैल्यू क्या लोगे कि आपको ये जो थीटा है ये आपको मल्टीपल मिले 2 पाई का और एक बार मल्टीपल मिले 2n plus 1 पाई का, that is 1 for even and 1 for odd multiple of pi. See, because for sine and cos we know odd and even multiple of theta. Is it or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So आपको इसके बारे में हमेशा सोचना है जब भी आपको cos और sin के एग्जांपल्स मिलेंगे, क्योंकि वहां पे हमें पता है कि अगर थीटा 2 पाई का मल्टीपल होगा तो फॉर द साइन, अगर थीटा 2 पाई का मल्टीपल हुआ तो इसका आंसर ऑलवेज 0 आना है. Okay, I am talking about theta. Okay, this is whole theta. Okay, because cos 0 is 1, cos 2 pi is again, no, cos 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1, sin 0 is 0, sin 2 pi gives me 0, sin 4 pi gives me 0, sin 6 pi gives me 0, in that way. Okay, so जब भी cos और sin के एग्जांपल्स मिलेंगे तो आपको जस्ट चेक करना है कि आप इसे इवन और ऑड मल्टीपल ऑफ पाई कैसे बना सकते हो. दैट्स द आइडिया. Okay, same example. Now the second example, an is equals to sin n pi by 3. So here if I pick n to be 3n, then I can cancel this 3 and this gives me theta, which is multiple of n pi. Okay, and multiple of n pi always gives me 0 for all natural number. Is it?
Yes, sir.
So here this limit converging to 0. Now we need to give another subsequence of the same sequence such that this new subsequence converging to different limit. For that, if you pick this n, that is 6n plus 1, then here you are getting sin pi by 3. And sin pi by 3 is nothing but root 3 by 2. Okay, this is not whole root. You need to take this to outside. Okay. So one subsequence converging to 0 and another subsequence converging to root 3 by 2. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, whenever we are having such condition where if I am, see, we are having that result. I don't know whether it is there or not. Yes, you can see this is our standard theorem. That is the subsequences of a convergent sequence converging to the same limit. Have you understood this statement? Yes, can anybody tell me what is the meaning of this statement? Subsequences of a convergent sequence converges to the same limit. क्या
सेम
मतलब
लिमिट
है ये
कन्वर्ट
statement?
होगा.
किसका?
अगर कोई कन्वर्जेंट सीक्वेंस है तो उसके जो भी सबसीक्वेंस आएंगे बन के नए, तो सबके सब सेम लिमिट पे जाके ये हो जाएगा कन्वर्जन.
Exactly. Okay. तो ये मुझे क्या बता रहा है, अगर हम कोई भी कन्वर्जेंट सीक्वेंस कंसीडर करेंगे और सी वी कैन मेक इनफाइनाइटली मेनी सब सीक्वेंसेस फॉर द सेम सीक्वेंस, ओके,
Yes.
और वो सारे के सारे इनफाइनाइट सब सीक्वेंस अगर सेम ही लिमिट पे कन्वर्ज होंगे, किसके
इसका
लिए, फॉर कन्वर्जेंट सीक्वेंस।
यस
अब इसका निगेशन करोगे तो क्या आएगा, see here P is my statement where I am taking a convergent sequence, okay, convergent sequence, and Q is a statement where I am taking a subsequence of this convergent sequence converging to the same limit, okay, that is subsequence converging to same limit L, okay. Now let me call that limit as L. So all the subsequences, all, okay, I am talking about all subsequences. So whenever I am taking convergent sequence, then it's all subsequences converging to the same limit, which means what, we are in this situation P implies Q, is it?
यस
अब इसका नेगेशन करो, क्या आता है, नेगेशन मीन्स कॉन्ट्रा पॉजिटिव, यस, इसका कॉन्ट्रा पॉजिटिव स्टेटमेंट क्या बनेगा,
सर ये ना कि इफ ऑल द सीक्वेंस
पहले इसका मुझे बता दो, P implies Q का कॉन्ट्रा पॉजिटिव क्या आएगा,
Q implies P.
is it Q implies P?
Sir, P implies negation of Q.
Is it that?
So negation of P implies negation of Q.
Is it that? Or it is negation of Q implies negation of P? Yes? कौन सा करेक्ट है,
Sir, negation of Q implies negation of P.
ओके, अब बनाओ नेगेशन ऑफ Q. व्हाट इज नेगेशन ऑफ Q? ऑल का क्या हो जाएगा, देयर एग्जिस्ट,
There exist.
ओके, सो देयर एग्जिस्ट, ऑल पूछा तो मीन्स कम से कम 2 सबसीक्वेंसेस, ओके। So, यहाँ पे मैंने ऑल सबसीक्वेंसेस लिखा है, तो इसका नेगेशन करते समय हम कुछ सबसीक्वेंसेस लेकर चलेंगे, कुछ मीन्स अगर हमारे पास 2 भी हुए तो भी हमारा काम चल जाएगा, इज दैट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
So what is the negation of Q? There exist subsequences which are converging to different limit. Please remember this contrapositive statement of this, because this is very important, and using this contrapositive statement you can conclude within a second whether the specific sequence is convergent or divergent, okay. So remember contrapositive statement is what, अगर आप चाहो तो लिख सकते हो, ये मैं वीडियो अपलोड कर दूंगा तो वहां पे देख के आप लिख लेना, this is very important statement. Okay, so the statement is what, there exist at least 2 subsequences which are converging to 2 different limits, then that implies what, negation Q. What is the negation of Q? Negation of P, sorry. See, P statement is what, convergent sequence, और negation P करूंगा तो क्या आएगा,
Sir,
convergent
divergent.
divergent sequence. So whenever we are having this sequence, that is there exist 2 subsequences which are converging to 2 different limits, then the sequence is divergent sequence. Is the contrapositive statement clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अब देखो इसका application. Okay, this is the beautiful application of this result. What we know about -1 to the power n? See, we have already checked that this sequence is divergent sequence using, you can say, 10 to 15 lines argument. Okay, now using subsequences within a second you can able to conclude this sequence is divergent sequence. How? You take first subsequence to be -1 to the power 2n and another subsequence which is -1 to the power 2n plus 1. Okay, now what is the answer of this first subsequence, -1 to the power 2n?
Sir, 1.
1. And what is the answer of this second subsequence?
Minus 1.
-1.
-1. So here we are having two subsequences which are converging to two different limits. Okay, two different limits. Hence, using the contrapositive statement of that result, we can able to conclude this sequence is
Divergent sequence.
divergent sequence. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Interesting laga?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you can see this is the beautiful application of this contrapositive statement. This is the idea to introduce subsequences. Okay, so here is a remark that is note -1 to the power n is not a convergent sequence, but subsequences a to n, which is -1 to the power n, a to n plus 1, which is -1 to the power 2n plus 1, are constant sequences and hence are convergent. Note that these two sequences converges to two different limits. Okay, you can see individual subsequence is a convergent subsequence. Okay, you can see the first subsequence converging to 1 and the second subsequence converging to -1. तो ये इंडिविजुअल सबसीक्वेंस कन्वर्जेंट तो है, लेकिन अगर ये दोनों डिफरेंट लिमिट पे कन्वर्ज हो रहे हैं तो हम बोलेंगे ये ओरिजिनल जो भी सीक्वेंस होगी वो डाइवर्जेंट सीक्वेंस होगी. और ओरिजिनल स्टेटमेंट क्या है? अगर हमारे पास कोई कन्वर्जेंट सीक्वेंस है और अगर आप इससे कोई भी दो सब सीक्वेंसेस बनाते हो तो वो ऑलवेज सेम लिमिट पे जाकर ही कन्वर्ज होगी. ओके, यू मेक एनी subsequence of this sequence an. For example, if I am going to make first subsequence to be one, say this one, and another one is a to n. Now tell me where this subsequence a n plus 1 converging?
0.
Okay, so this gives me what? 1 upon n plus 1. Okay, and you can see this is converging to 0. This gives me 1 upon 2n.
This is
And
also
this is also
converging to 0.
converging to 0. Why? Because these are nothing but the subsequences of this convergent
Convergent
sequence.
sequence.
Is the result clear?
Yes, sir. Clear now.
Yes, sir.
So remember, you need to understand both the statements. That is one way and contrapositive way of that statement. Okay, here you can see this is another example. Okay, is not a subsequence. Why it is not a subsequence? Can you tell me? Yes. Can you tell me why this sequence is not a subsequence?
Sir, first term is greater than second term.
See, you need to say. See, first term always less होगा second term से. Second term का आंसर आएगा 0.5, इसका आंसर less than आएगा 0.5. Is it? You need to say, here we have chosen first term to be A3 and after that we have chosen A2. Is it?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो ऐसे आर्ग्यूमेंट करना है, ऐसे नहीं करोगे कि ये छोटा है इससे. आपको A3 A2 से आर्ग्यूमेंट करना है. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's why this is not a subsequence. See, we have taken many example based on it. I hope the concept of subsequences is clear now. Is it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I am leaving this proof for your homework now. Okay, now remark. The above result indicates that if an has two subsequences, each of which converging to two different limits, then an cannot be a convergent sequence. Okay, so this is the contrapositive statement of above result. Okay, and this is the consequence of the above result. That is, if an is a real sequence such that first subsequence converging to L, second subsequence which is also converging to L, then we can able to conclude an is convergent. Okay, this is the application of above result. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अगर इसके सारे सबसीक्वेंसेस अगर सेम ही लिमिट पर कन्वर्ज होंगे तो हम उस सीक्वेंस को बोलेंगे कन्वर्जेंट सीक्वेंस, एंड हेंस लिमिट ऑफ an is also L. Is the statement clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now remember here you need to note one thing. मैंने बोला हम एक सीक्वेंस से इनफाइनाइट सबसीक्वेंस बना सकते हैं. ओके, अब आपने सपोज उन इनफाइनाइट सबसीक्वेंसेस में से कोई भी दो सीक्वेंस चेक किए और अगर वो दोनों सीक्वेंस सेम लिमिट पे जा रहे हो, से L1 पे, लेकिन ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि इसके बाकी के जो सब सीक्वेंस है वो दूसरे लिमिट पे जाए, दैट इज L2. देन कैन यू एबल टू कंक्लूड दिस सीक्वेंस एन इज कन्वर्जेंट सीक्वेंस?
नो सर.
नो. कन्वर्जेंट बनने के लिए ये जितने भी सब सीक्वेंस इसके हम बनाएंगे वो सारे एक ही लिमिट पे कन्वर्ज होने चाहिए. इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
So please remember this point.
सर कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता है कि कोई एक सीक्वेंस ले लिया और उसका सब सीक्वेंस बनाया और 4-5 चेक कर लिया और उसका सिक्स्थ वाला कोई अलग है, वो कन्वर्ज ही नहीं हो रहा है सेम पॉइंट पे, ऐसा हो सकता है कोई?
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. क्यों नहीं हो सकता? बिकॉज ये जितने भी रिजल्ट हम पढ़ रहे हैं ये पूरे वैलिड रिजल्ट है. विच मीन्स व्हाट? ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने ये स्टेटमेंट बता दिया और आपने मान लिया. इसके पीछे बहुत बड़ी स्टोरी है. बहुत सारे साइंटिस्ट, मैथमेटिशियंस हैं जिन्होंने इनका एक्सप्लिसिट प्रूफ दिया है, और बहुत सारे ऐसे भी मैथमेटिशियन थे कि वो उन्हें कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट कर सकते थे, तो उनके लिए उन्होंने ऐसे सब सीक्वेंसेस लेकर चेक भी किए हैं कि वो सेम लिमिट पे कन्वर्ज होते हैं कि नहीं होते, तो उन्हें मिला कि वो होता है. इसीलिए ये रिजल्ट बाद में पब्लिश हुआ. ऐसा नहीं है क्या कोई एक या दो जन आके बोलेंगे और हमने मान लिया. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता इन मैथमेटिक्स. अगर आपको बिलीव नहीं हो रहा तो आप कोई भी कन्वर्जेंट सीक्वेंस लो, उसके सब सीक्वेंस बनाओ और आप चेक करो, आपको डेफिनेटली मिलेंगे.
ओके सर.
Okay. Now again I am leaving this proof for your homework. See why I am leaving this, because I want to tell you a interesting thing based on the previous session. Okay, that I want to explain you. Using that you can also within a second you can able to conclude where that sequence is converges. Okay, that's why I am leaving this proof. So please forgive me for this. But I am hoping that you are going to do it. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
फिर भी अगर नहीं समझ में आया then you are free to ask.
ओके सर, आई विल ट्राई.
Okay, what about this example number 32? You assume this is our one subsequence and this is our another subsequence. Okay. Now where this subsequence converging?
1.
1.
This subsequence converging to 1. What about this one?
This is also 1.
This is
It
also
also
one.
So converging to 1. So what is our conclusion?
So that is why AN
convergent
is
sequence.
convergent.
Convergent sequence.
Sequence. Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Yes.
अब यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे मिस्टेक हो सकती है. यहाँ पे उन्होंने n स्क्वायर लिखा है और यहाँ पे उन्होंने 2n स्क्वायर लिखा है. ओके,
फिर भी तो वही है.
तो आप देख लेना करेक्शन क्या क्या है. ओके, फिर भी ये 1 पर ही कन्वर्ज होगा, डजेंट मैटर.
Yes.
ओके, तो बुक देखते समय जरा देखो, थोड़ी थोड़ी बहुत प्रिंटिंग मिस्टेक हो सकती है. ओके, मैं डिटेल में नहीं जा रहा हूँ क्योंकि आपको यही से समझ में आ रहा है. ओके, फॉर डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन यू जस्ट गो थ्रू दिस बुक. दैट इज इवन नंबर के लिए ये कन्वर्ज हो रहा है 1 पे, ऑड नंबर के लिए ये कन्वर्ज हो रहा है अगेन 1 पे. नाउ सी, अगर मैं इवन और ऑड इन दोनों नंबर को मिला दूं तो मैं पूरे n के बारे में बात कर सकता हूँ. दैट इज सेट ऑफ नेचुरल नंबर.
Yes, sir.
That's why I can conclude an is convergent. Okay, hence we can say an is converging to 1. What about this one? Now see, again here I am having n is even, n is odd, which means what? If I combine these two things, then I can talk about whole natural number. Now this
Yes.
is our first subsequence, this is our second subsequence. Observe where it is converging.
So 1.
1.
1.
About second.
0.
0.
So 0.
So what is your conclusion?
AN is
Sir, it is
divergent.
not convergent.
It is not convergent. Okay, so let us see. So what is your argument? Here we are having two subsequences, one subsequence converging to 1, another subsequence converging to 0. Hence, converging these two subsequences converging to two different limits, hence n is not convergent. Okay,
Yes, sir.
now I am leaving this second for your homework. Okay, this is a quite important one. Please try to go through it. How you are going to argue. The same trick, okay? Take even subsequence and odd subsequence. For even, you will get something about sine term and you will get something about cos term. Okay, see, ये दोनों अल्टरनेट चलते हैं. जब एक इवन नंबर पे ये अगर मुझे 0 दे रहा है तो ये मुझे 1 देगा, और ऑड पे ये 0 दे रहा है तो ये 1 देगा. ओके, so you just need to go through that. Okay, let me show you the answer. यहाँ पर भी दोनों लिमिट डिफरेंट आ रहे हैं. फॉर द फर्स्ट वन आई एम गेटिंग 1, फॉर द सेकेंड वन आई एम गेटिंग -1. हेंस this two subsequence this sequence an is not convergent. Please try to go through this example. Okay, and this is the very important result. We are going to prove this result in in a 5th semester, or you can say in your 3rd year. Okay, right now proof is beyond the scope of the syllabus. You will have at least 2 to 3 pages proof of this statement, which is a very important statement. That is nothing but Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem, which tells me what? Every bounded sequence of real number has a convergent subsequence. Okay, doesn't matter which sequence you are going to pick, but there is one condition on that sequence, that the sequence which you are going to pick, that has to be the bounded sequence. And if that sequence is bounded, then that sequence definitely has a convergent subsequence. Doesn't matter whether that sequence is infinite or finite, but if that sequence is bounded, then we are always having a convergent subsequence for that bounded sequence. For example, observe 1 by n. Can I say 1 by n is bounded sequence?
Yes, sir.
So this is a bounded sequence. Now you pick any subsequence of this. You will always get the subsequence of this sequence 1 by n is always convergence of subsequence. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because we have already checked that. Now, see, in my previous section, we have already seen that every convergent sequence is a Cauchy sequence. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
The converse of that theorem is also true, but it is only true for real numbers. Please remember this point. Okay, we have seen that every convergent sequence is a Cauchy sequence. Here this theorem gives me every Cauchy sequence is a convergent sequence, but this result only holds in R. If you take the field of complex number, then you can't say this statement. But the previous statement is true. That is, every convergent sequence is Cauchy sequence in C. But this is not true in C. So here we required R to talk about this statement. That is, every Cauchy sequence in R is also convergent. ओके सो अब हमारे पास बहुत बड़ा क्लास हो गया. वहां पर अगर हमारे पास कन्वर्जेंट सीक्वेंस होगी तो हम बोलेंगे कि वो कॉची होगी. अगर हमने चेक किया कि कोई भी सीक्वेंस अगर कॉची सीक्वेंस है तो अब हम उसे भी बोलेंगे कि वो कन्वर्जेंट होगी, बट ओनली इन आर. इज दैट क्लियर?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
तो ये आपको प्रूव करना पड़ेगा यूजिंग बोल्जानो-वायस्टास थ्योरम. Okay, that is with the help of this statement. Though we haven't take the proof of this statement, but we can use this statement to prove this statement. That is, every Cauchy sequence in R is convergent. Again, I am leaving this for your homework. Please forgive me for this, because I want to tell you an interesting result. Okay, so let me quickly take this definition, and after that I will explain that result to you. You will find that result quite useful. Okay, so this definition is infinity as limit of sequence. Okay, means what? अगर आप कोई भी सीक्वेंस ले रहे हो और अगर आप उसका लिमिट निकालोगे तो वो आपको इन्फिनिटी मिलेगा. Okay, can you give me an example of a sequence such that if I take the limit of that sequence as n tending to something, then I will get it as infinity?
Sir, n is equal n.
Yes. So first example is an is equals to n. If I take n is equals to n tending to infinity, then this sequence gives me infinity. What about n square?
Sir, it is
Also.
also.
It will also give.
So you can construct infinitely many examples by taking different powers of n. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here is the definition, that is, let an be a real sequence if for every m bigger than 0 there exists the natural number n naught such that an is strictly bigger than m. Okay, now see, in convergent definition we are saying that an is less than epsilon. That is, mod of an minus a is less than epsilon. But here we are saying that, see here the limit of an is infinity, तो हम a के जगह पे infinity put नहीं कर सकते. और अगर हमने a के जगह पे infinity put किया तो हम ये statement तो नहीं बोल सकते. That is, infinity put करने के बाद ये जो नंबर आएगा ये less than epsilon होगा. This is not true. इसीलिए इन्होंने अलग definition बनाई and बोला this sequence an is bigger than any positive real number. If you are having this kind of situation, then you can able to conclude the limit of this sequence an is infinity. Okay, because here we don't have any restriction on m. We are choosing this m to be a bigger than 0 number. तो रियल नंबर तो हम कितना भी बड़ा ले सकते हैं, और हमें ये सीक्वेंस an होगी, वो उस बड़े नंबर से तो हमें ऑलवेज बड़ा ही मिलेगा। तो हम क्या बोलेंगे कि ये an कहाँ पे कन्वर्ज होगी, इन्फिनिटी पे कन्वर्ज होगी एज n टेंडिंग टू इन्फिनिटी। इज द मीनिंग क्लियर या नहीं समझा?
मैं समझ
See, our aim is to say an converging to infinity. Yes. अब आप इस डेफिनेशन को कैसे बोलोगे? हम ये तो नहीं बोल सकते दैट इज an माइनस इंफिनिटी इज लेस देन एप्सिलॉन। ओके, हमने क्या लिया है, फॉर एवरी एप्सिलॉन बिगर देन 0। इसका आंसर मुझे क्या आएगा, इन्फिनिटी, इनफैक्ट माइनस इन्फिनिटी, एंड मॉड ऑफ माइनस इन्फिनिटी क्या आएगा, इन्फिनिटी। तो हम ये तो नहीं बोल सकते कि इन्फिनिटी एप्सिलॉन से छोटी होगी। यस और नो?
Yes, sir.
यस सर।
तो ये डेफिनेशन यहाँ पे वर्क नहीं करेगा। तो इसके लिए हमें दूसरा डेफिनेशन देना पड़ेगा, और वो डेफिनेशन कैसा है? See, we are saying for every epsilon in convergent definition. So here we are saying there exists m which is bigger than 0 such that mod of an is strictly bigger than m. This means what? This sequence an converging to infinity. अब ये कैसे बोलेंगे हम? यहाँ पे हमने कैसा नंबर पिक किया है, m? यस,
Sir,
Positive.
greater than 0.
ग्रेटर देन 0। कोई रेस्ट्रिक्शन है m पे?
No, sir.
खाली एक ही रेस्ट्रिक्शन है कि m बिगर देन 0 होना चाहिए। ओके, तो m हम कितना भी बड़ा ले सकते हैं, यस और नो?
Yes.
Yes,
यस
sir.
सर।
से 1000 to the power 1000। ओके, दिस इज सच ए ह्यूज नंबर। तो अगर हमने m ये भी चूज कर लिया तो भी मुझे ऑलवेज ये कंडीशन मिलेगी कि ये जो नंबर होगा an वो इस नंबर से बड़ा होगा। मीन्स व्हाट, देखो यहाँ पर हम m भले ही कितना भी चूज कर रहे हैं, हमें an में एक टर्म तो ऐसी मिलेगी जो इस नंबर से बड़ी होगी। इसीलिए हम इसे बोलेंगे कि ये इन्फिनिटी पर ही कन्वर्ज होगा, क्योंकि हमने m पे तो कोई रेस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं लगाए और हमें सीक्वेंस मिल रही है कि वो m से बड़ी है। तो वो बड़ा नंबर कौन सा होगा, वो और कोई नहीं बल्कि इन्फिनिटी होगा। दैट्स द मीनिंग। इज द डेफिनेशन क्लियर नाउ?
Yes, sir.
यस
Yes,
सर।
sir.
ओके, नाउ से अब बाकी के एग्जांपल्स आप देख लेना। Okay, so here we have completed this unit. Please go through these examples. Okay, and now I have already shared the practical number 3 and 4 for in your group. Now all of you please try to solve those practicals. Now before going to end this session, let me tell you that interesting part. Okay, now you will enjoy this. Okay, this is the result. बट ये रिजल्ट हम कहाँ पर अप्लाई करेंगे? So in my previous session we have seen this, okay, that is limit n tending to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n to the power n converging to where?
E.
Sir, E.
Converging to e. But you can see the proof of this is quite big. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, now I am giving you a result which will help us to conclude such kind of limits within 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, with if your calculation is fast, then you can able to conclude such kind of limits within a minute also. Now what is that result? That result is what? Limit n tending to infinity or n tending to any number. Okay, let me give the general statement. Okay, Let me give x tending to a. F of x to the power g of x. Whenever we are having this kind of limit and limit x approaches to a of fx is 1 and limit x approaches to a of gx is infinity. So these two conditions are must for applying this result. That is limit of x 1 आना चाहिए and limit of gx infinity आना चाहिए. Then the answer of this limit is nothing but e to the power limit. Okay, let me write this over here. Okay, this gives me, this is equals to e to the power limit x approaches to a f of x minus 1 into g of x. Okay, now using this result you can able to conclude where such kind of limit is converging. ओके अब हम ये अप्लाई भी करके देखेंगे कि कैसे अप्लाई करेंगे. ओके, यूजिंग द सेम एग्जांपल. पहले ये रिजल्ट समझ लो. यहाँ पे जो भी आपको लिमिट दिया होगा, भले वो x टेंडिंग टू a हो या फिर n टेंडिंग टू इंफिनिटी हो, आपको fx का लिमिट सेपरेटली चेक करना है. और अगर fx का लिमिट आया 1, gx का लिमिट भी आपको सेपरेटली चेक करना है. और अगर gx का लिमिट आया इंफिनिटी, तो आप ये रिजल्ट अप्लाई कर सकते हो एंड द आंसर ऑफ दिस रिजल्ट इज दिस लिमिट इज इक्वल्स टू e टू द पावर लिमिट ऑफ f of x minus 1 into g of x. अब देखो कि हम ये अप्लाई कैसे करते हैं इसमें. नाउ कैन यू कंपेयर दिस थिंग एंड दिस थिंग and tell me what is fx in this case.
Sir, fx is 1 plus 1 upon n.
fx is 1 plus 1 upon n और लिमिट कहाँ से कहाँ तक लिया है, n टेंडिंग टू इंफिनिटी. तो fx का लिमिट निकालो एज n टेंडिंग टू इंफिनिटी. व्हाट इज योर आंसर?
1.
1 means first condition is satisfying.
Yes.
Now what is gx in this case?
Sir, n.
N. And what happens if I take n tending to infinity to this gx?
That is infinity.
Infinity means second condition is also satisfying. So we are in this position, so we can apply this result. तो ये result apply करते हैं. That is e to the power limit n टेंडिंग टू इंफिनिटी. ओके, जो भी लिमिट आपको दिया होगा आपको वो लिमिट यूज करना है. इन ब्रैकेट f of x is nothing but 1 plus 1 upon n minus 1 into g of x. G of x is how much?
n.
Sir, n.
ओके, अब चेक करो. ये 1 और ये माइनस 1 कैंसिल हो जाना है.
Yes, sir.
और ये 1 अपॉन n है इंटू n है, तो क्या बचेगा?
Sir, 1.
1. And what is the limit of 1?
1.
1.
Sir, 1.
So we are having e to the power 1. E to the power 1 is what?
E.
Sir, e.
Hence proved. Is it clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Yes, sir.
So देखा कितना पावरफुल रिजल्ट है ये.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But please remember this result you are going to apply only in this situation. That is limit of fx 1 आना चाहिए, limit of gx infinity आना चाहिए. Then only you can apply this result. And believe me, I found this result when I completed my MSc. और आपको आपके FY BSc में ये रिजल्ट पता चल गया. So this result is quite useful in the preparation of JAM. Okay. So please लिख के रखो ये रिजल्ट और इसकी प्रैक्टिस करना. सी प्रैक्टिस किस में करोगे? हमने इसके ऊपर बहुत सारे एग्जांपल्स भी देखे हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, what happens to this limit? That is limit n tending to infinity 1 plus 1 upon phi n square to the power n square. ओके ये भी हमने देखा था. इज इट और नॉट?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
इसका आंसर भी आप सेम रिजल्ट से निकाल सकते हो. फॉर दैट यू नीड टू चेक व्हाट इज द लिमिट ऑफ fx. व्हाट इज द लिमिट ऑफ fx?
1 आएगा.
1.
व्हाट इज द लिमिट ऑफ gx?
That is
Infinity.
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 Infinity. So we can apply this result and the answer of this result is
E.
ओके. अब मैं डायरेक्टली 1 माइनस 1 कर रहा हूँ. एन स्क्वायर से कैंसिल हो जाएगा. क्या आएगा? 1 अपॉन 5.
Yes, sir.
ओके. सो यू कैन सी हमें कुछ चलाने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ी. विद इन अ सेकेंड आंसर आ गया. दिस इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ दैट रिजल्ट. Okay, so for this result, I skips those proofs. So now I am hoping that you are going to do those proofs. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here we have completed our unit number 2. Please try to go through these examples which are there in your exercises, or at least you can try 2 to 3 examples from each question. Okay, now in the next lecture we are going to begin with our unit number 3, which is nothing but first order first degree differential equation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me stop this lecture here. Wait a minute, let me stop the recording.